Welcome to the Twist News. I'm Erika Grey. Did Joey really screw up? And he screwed up by just appearing in his own debate. And the only thing missing in Joe Biden's debate was the hospital bed that he needs to go to die in. And Joey not only had such a lackluster performance that showed he's failing, but he has, in fact, wrecked the American economy. Since Joey's biggest faux pas was attending his own debate and showing the world how really old he is or how old he acts, what's kind of interesting about Joey is that not everybody who's that old is that incapable. But at his age, for him, he is. And it was very obvious. So not only did he fail at his own debate by just appearing in it, like who does that? Like who fails a debate by just appearing in it? Because it showed how terrible he sounded and looked. He almost looked like a corpse. But right after the debate, according to Politico, 2 new post-debate polls have bad news for Biden. There's now like a 6-point lead for Trump just because Joey appeared in his own debate and totally wrecked any chance. But some people still really like Joey, and they feel that Joey's done a good job. But according to the heritage.org, the immigration chaos that Trump actually referred to quite a bit during the debate, 5.5 million illegal border crossings since Biden took office. Let's face it, he's wrecked New York City with all of the illegals that are now there sleeping on the streets and taking over the hotels. With a record 487,000 illegal immigrant encounters at the border alone in 2022. Moreover, let's get to inflation because that's really the crippler. The U.S. economy has suffered its highest levels of inflation since the 1970s, with the average American family losing $7,100 in purchasing power. Now, they didn't really stay on this topic too much, but Joey really wrecked the economy. And by the way, he wrecked it with the Ukraine-Russia war. That's right, Joey wrecked it by going headlong into that, sanctions, weaponizing the dollar, which boomeranged back on the United States, and Russia's economy is now 4th in the world. A lot of good that was done by the sanctions, except for increasing food prices in the United States so that per item, the inflation has skyrocketed from anywhere from 50 cents to a couple of dollars easy per item, skyrocketing, doubling almost at times people's grocery bills. That's because of Joey's foreign policy and the other buffoons that are with him in the State Department. And I don't know what they were thinking with their 2016 Senate report on the dangers of Russia. No, there was other motives here, and it was about crooked deals. And now Americans are paying in their pocketbook. This is probably one of the greatest disasters of Biden's presidency that every American is feeling. And go into New York City, where the illegals litter the streets. Literally are littering the streets. They're like everywhere. Go to New York City. Thank you, Joe Biden, for protecting the border. You want to protect Ukraine. You can't even protect the United States border. All this money going to Ukraine, all this attack against Russia. Meanwhile, our country is eroding from within. The homeless crisis. Let's not even get into the crisis for the mentally ill. That's an area that nobody talks about. Guess what? There is no money for the nation's mentally ill. They're on the streets. There's no care, hospital care, nothing. Very little. That's right. Americans in need. The money's not there. But boy, are we rushing to help the Ukrainians. Couldn't rush fast enough. But meanwhile, ignoring Joey is ignoring the plight of Americans. And then he had the nerve, he had the audacity during the debate to go on about what he's done for America. Like, where are you getting your facts, Joey? Is this part of like your brain failing and you're hallucinating? And little men in white coats are like talking to you about all of your accomplishments as president? Go to the grocery store, Joey. Look at the people in line who, when sometimes it's so sad when people go to pay their bill and there's not enough because the bill is ending up so high that they're not expecting because the food prices have just skyrocketed. That's right, Joey. Go to the supermarket, Joey. Tell us what you've done after you visited the supermarket, Joey. Anyway, so the guy goes on his own debate. He ruins the debate by just appearing in it and appearing like a corpse, like he could have been in some horror flick, like he came out of a casket. And he's going to run the country? Are you kidding me? Another 4 years? He's not going to even make it to the inauguration. I can see it now. Do 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 do. Joe? Joey? Still alive? Oh no. Call somebody. He's just standing there with his eyes open. He's not breathing. That's right. We're going to be the first country who, during a presidential inauguration, had the president kick the bucket. That's right. It'll be a first. And it'll be beaming in all the media how during the inauguration, during the tune, Joey kicked the bucket. And then Kamala Harris will become president. So anyway, just wanted to highlight that I don't think there was enough attention given during that debate about the skyrocketed food prices or his botched Ukraine-Russia policy. There could have been more detail there. Trump addressed Ukraine, stating that he would end that war and end it in no time. That war, that proxy war that we're fighting needs to end because all Joey did was boomerang those sanctions back onto U.S. citizens. And he has the nerve to go on about what he's done for America because of the Inflation Reduction Act, which is another debacle, by the way, because it really pokes at our major trading partner, the European Union, which is angry and going to retaliate. That's right. They really know what they're doing down in the State Department. It's so brilliant. All these really smart people just totally screwing up the United States and wrecking it for the Americans that live here. And we had to watch Joey in a debate. Appearing in his own debate, he ruins it. He ruins it for himself. And he is now in serious trouble because his own party has turned against him. There's like nobody that's going to really want to vote. I mean, they may vote for him. They may want to vote for him. They may kind of like some of his policies and they may believe in what he's doing. But my goodness, I don't think he's going to live through the inauguration. Like I said, the only thing missing at that debate was a hospital bed that he needs to be in because he's on his last leg. That's what he sounded and looked like. Oh, that's nice. Present that to the American people. So this is pretty serious. A leading politician in the European Union actually made a joke, calling it Jerry politics and joking at U.S. presidential candidates being old and joking about it. And at least Trump, who's 3 years younger, sounded very sharp compared to Biden. But everybody ages differently. Some people age, and at 100 years old, they're running marathons. Joe Biden is not going to be one of those. Nope, Joey is not going to be one of those. He's just not. He could barely get a sentence out. And I will close with, of course, my favorite line during the entire debate, which was when Trump said that he didn't make any sense and that he doubted that he even understood that what he said didn't make any sense. And that he doubted that even Joe Biden understood what he even said. And that, of course, was hilarious. And it was true. It was bullseye. So this is pretty frightening for the United States going forward. It's really frightening because he needs to let a good Democratic presidential candidate take his place to run against Trump. Other than that, this is a one-party race because nobody's going to vote for somebody who you think is going to kick the bucket during the inauguration. I mean, like I said, Joe? What happened, Joe? Is he still breathing? Is he still alive? Oh no, what do we do next? He's just kicked. No one's going to vote for him. That's just the way it is. Well, stay tuned for more. It's my 2 cents. I was very shocked when he came out looking so bad, sounding like he was on his deathbed, sounding like his hospice nurse should have been in the room with him, and it's not good for America. Well, stay tuned for more. And in the meantime, check out previous videos. If you don't subscribe to this channel, definitely hit that button and hit it now. We'll see you next time.
Get down.